in the military. Young. 9/11 happened. Troops are getting deployed. You're overseas. It's pretty heart-wrenching, breaking. I got to get this all out before we start talking the markets. I'm sorry. But I always share things with you guys, and I'm very transparent about who I am and the way I invest and why I lead my family the way I do, or, do the best I can. We were at a celebration of life today for my wife's cousin, who was, guys, probably like 39 years old. He passed away. And it's really sad when you're in those environments, because you start reflecting on time and how much time do you have left. Those are the things that I can't give a variable to. It's tough, because I'll say things like, hey, the stock market's going to do X, Y, and Z in time. But does that time even matter? I mean, if I'm gone, what does it matter if I'm gone, right? Are you eternal? Are your words gonna live forever? Probably not. Generations will happen. My kids will remember me the minute they die. The stories that are told will go away, and no one or anything is forever. So, kind of puts things into perspective. But it's okay. I'm just talking. I don't want to get too deep on it, because then it really makes you think about how small and insignificant time is to us, or that we are. But anyway, it's not that deep. It doesn't have to be. Or you could attribute that to your haters. Same thing. They only last so long, right? They only say things like, stop copying me. Don't do what I do in my videos. Yeah. One of these guys. But let's get to it. All right, let's do the real thing tonight. It was funny. I was driving home from the celebration, and my wife and I stopped at this grocery store. The one owned by Apollo or ruined by Apollo. Well, he stopped at Cardenas. I don't know if you know what Cardenas. Cardenas has like fresh fruit. My wife wanted some fresh fruit. So I go, Mama, you get whatever you want. Get some fresh fruit. We're in there. We get back in the truck. And I go, hey, babe, did you know? And my wife, she doesn't give a damn about what I'm talking about, right? Because she has to hear me 24/7. Could you imagine living with me 24/7, what you have to deal with? I'm over here talking, hey, babe, did you hear about this? Did you see this? No, under a rock. People just living in the other world. The world that cares about Duke and UConn in the Final Four and the game-winning shot by Mullins. The Hoosier, Bruiser, what's his name? Carlos Boozer. His twins don't know how to inbound the ball, pass the ball, hold on to the ball, take the foul, go to the foul line, kill the time. Not them. They'd rather lose that way. Anyway, I didn't watch the game. I just know about it. No, I don't watch sports. Hey, by the way, bethehoss.com. I don't know if you guys have been to the website. Check it out. bethehoss.com. Check out Matthew Golby's website and his company. But here's why I say it, because Matthew Golby went into the chat. He's a GameStop investor. And he went into the chat and he posted a pick'em. Like, you get to go ahead and do the final brackets for March Madness, and whoever has the best bracket, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the top 94 percentile. I picked 3 out of the 4 in the final 4. It's crazy. I haven't watched 1 second of college basketball. I just picked on things because I like the colors. I like the names. You see, that's how ridiculous it is. That's like how people used to pick stocks back in, I don't know, when I first came into this, I was seeing things get pumped and I was like, oh, God, this is gross. But they used to pick them based off of how charts move, allegedly. Not me. Yeah, you can't imagine it, Amber? You couldn't imagine being around me full time? Yeah, nobody can. It's just, you guys don't even know. Like, even my employees are just like, I bet my employees never want me to leave. They probably love me. Who knows? You just never know. My ex-employees love me. God, they call me every day. I choose to pick up the phone sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Hey, but you know what's best? I'm gonna show you guys this. I'm gonna tell you this. We're gonna go over the charts and everything, and I want to take this very serious with you guys, because all week You know, I give you bits and pieces of what's happening via private credit, what's happening with GameStop and the markets themselves, macro environment, geopolitical footprint, things that they're doing. We're going to have a print come out at the end of next week on Friday, and it's going to be a jobs report, and, you know, it's going to be payroll reports, stuff like that. I don't know if it's jobs per se, but just more data comes out. And so the Fed makes announcements based off this data. The market makes announcements based off this data. And for what I've seen from the market itself is the SPY, right? We're going to go look at the SPY. Now, there's 3 indexes that I look at, and I don't look at traditional ones. Like, I don't look at the Dow. That's not one for me. I look at the Russell 2000. I look at the S&P 500, and I look at the NASDAQ, okay, 100. So if I'm looking at that, and we're going to have this conversation right now about markets, first thing I'll do is I want to show you this chart. Now, I drew these lines, guys, a long time ago. Some of you guys know this if you've been a part of this channel. When I drew these, this is the weekly chart. I drew it stemming from way down here at the bottom of 2022, which would have been the recession, touched the 200 moving average. That's exactly what happened. It played it to the T. You fell to the 200. So that was a non-announced recession from the Fed. It was up here at the peak of 2021, pushed out all the way down. This was all supply chain shortage issues, increasing interest rates coming. They knew it had to come. You saw they printed all these dollars. There was an excess in 2021 of COVID dollars being spent on the market, yet everything came crashing down. Okay, so what they did then was to run this market all the way up. We did have some fall down here, but we kept pace here. Now, here's the problem, guys. This is your safety net. This purple line is your safety net. The thing that's happened on the daily, if you're paying attention, that was a 200-day moving average, and we came down, we tested, we could have held, but we fell through. Once we fell through, it's a free-for-all and a free fall. This is your backup plan at 600. Now, is it going to fall even further? I believe so, but there's a couple of things here that people need to pay attention to, okay? The first thing you need to pay attention to on this is your horizontal. Right around here. Right here. So this line here was your saving grace. This line had 1 and 2. It had touched twice. Touched down, bounced off, went up, came and retested, bounced off, and went back up. Now, since it did that, you thought it had legs. So the minute it came down and it hit the 200-day moving average, you're saying to yourself, it's going to hit the purple, and it's going to hold, and it's going to bounce back up. No, unhealthy. Unhealthy, meaning it came down, and now that's resistance. These are entry points. For anybody out there that doesn't understand this retest, so you test the bottom, that's an entry point right there that people buy in, run up. Comes back down, another entry point, they buy in and run back up. Well, this is an entry point. You can enter right here, and guess what they didn't do? They didn't enter. They kept running. Now, because that's the case, I had to go look in the past of when we see things like this. This is manufactured down push. This is manufactured. This is Trump. Don't worry. I'll explain Trump in a minute. So we're going to go back. We're going to see these stat lines here. This is the last time we had a recession, but I want to show you them weekly so you can see it carve out. Perfect. So this is not a recession named, but I called it that. This right here on this fall down, it went all the way to the top. It curved out over the top. And when it curved out, you had to find yourself. You said, okay, did it hold up? Did it last there? If you see here, these were a test. Here's a test, bought back in, test, bought back in on the run. Now it retested, fell through. Now it's just a cascade on down. You can't catch it again. It's not going to get back there. So it came down, and then it did one of these bullish pennants where it was pushed down from the top, support came in, and then it ran like the way everything would run normally. But this is all manufactured via headlines and announcements. Trump comes out and says he puts a 10-day pause on military conflict. So if he's going to do a 10-day military pause, that's all about 10 days for the stock market. It has nothing to do with Iran. If you know how Trump works, Trump makes announcements, looks at the market, and see what the market does after his announcements. This was no different here. To manufacture something like this where they're profit taking at the end of the first quarter, which is now is what they're doing, you're going to see this whole week. What happens here is you're going to see a sell-off. You're going to see the whole market sell off and take profit and keep going. They have to keep going down. The reason why they keep going down, it's not the market's fault. It's not people themselves. It's just computers. It's computers. When you see a sell-off like this, there was a sell-off right here, fell below the 200-day moving average, guess what happens? It recovers, dead cat bounce, right? Boom. hits their head on the roof, and then gets pushed down even further. Well, guess what's about to happen here? Fall down. You're going to go hit your head on the roof here and then fall down even further. That's what I think is going to happen with this market, but that's because everything's automated at this point. Now, for a lot of you guys that have been following stocks and markets and index, the other part, the Russell 2000, well, I wasn't even going to show it to you. We can get into that in a minute, we will. The biggest part about this that's happening now as it's falling down and heading back up, falling down again, you guys saw the breakpoints for the stock itself. There's some breakpoints there. But the true breaking point for me is I have a bet on the market that the market's going to crash. If you don't know what that bet is, it's not a put. I'm not betting on the downside. I'm not protecting, it's not risk on, risk off type style. It's a whole different bet. It's GameStop. Now, for a lot of you that don't understand what that means and why people invest into GameStop, if you've ever wanted to ask that question, if you're a brand new investor or if you are a seasoned GameStop investor and you're trying to explain to people why GameStop is a bet against the market, I'm going to explain it right now so that you can play this part of the video for anyone in the world that doesn't know about GameStop. Years ago, GameStop was the one company or one of the companies that the market targeted and wanted to destroy it. This is called vulture capitalism. This is called category killing. The category of video games was going down the road of death, just like everything else that has happened on certain categories in the world of Amazon and e-commerce, whatever it may be, private equity pushing. So in that case, in 2019, when they were supposed to go bankrupt, 2020, COVID happens, things like that. GameStop was an activist investment, and it ran through the roof. I was reading a piece by Kyoto. Kyoto actually put out a piece that he was asking AI a question, and he said, AI, what's the best thing for a company to do where the fundamentals or the stock is detached from reality, where whatever the company's actually doing versus what the stock price is, if there's a disconnect, what should you do the most? Should you buy back shares? Should you fight them in court? Should you do X, Y, and Z? The damn AI is so smart. The AI goes, fundamentals. Go work on the business. The stock price will even itself out. It'll get back to where it needs to go. Now, the reason why it doesn't get back to where it needs to go price-wise for a lot of people that don't know about GameStop, or even people that say the dumbest things like what Michael Packer said today. Michael Packer said, if there's not a single educated investor in the world that's invested into GameStop. I beg to differ. Not only are there thousands of us, but Ryan Cohen's an educated investor. I would assume you'd think that, Michael Packer, or maybe you don't. Larry Chang, he's the chief investment officer for Volition Capital, and their track record precedes them. So they were the funding money for Chewy.com. So Alan Adel, one of the founders of Chewy, also buying shares of GameStop. So a lot of people are investing money into GameStop because they know what it might be. How about Dr. Michael Burry? Michael Packer, you and Dr. Michael Burry, we can put you guys up against each other. Dr. Michael Burry's track record beats out yours, Michael Packer, so I'm asking. Oh, that's right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Wedbush or anyone else who says bad things about GameStop. So there's this thing about investing and about the markets. If you're ever going to talk about your company or you're going to talk about a good investment to make, you guys know this guy owning the float? He's a real character. A real character. His name's Mike. And Mike's, to me, the equivalent of a human piece of shit. That's the equivalent. Some people don't understand it. Some people say, well, Marantz, he's being so transparent. He's telling people that he's buying in just for this run, just to go up a couple dollars. No. There's zero integrity because you're buying into something that you know fundamentally could ruin people. You see, you could go ahead and buy in. I'm talking to you, America. You guys could buy into any investment you want. Buy it, get the money from it, and do it. That's awesome for you. That's great for you. Do you know what financial influencers have to do, fin influencers? Guys who are on YouTube, guys who make a channel, guys who have a following. Do you know what we have to do? We have to be aware that what we do influences people on the other end, people on the other side of this camera. So if that were the case, Mike, where you're making your investments, you don't need to post about it. You don't need to try to influence people's decisions. And you're going to do it naturally because that's what you're paid to do or that's what you want to do. I don't know. You tell me. Because you claim that you were offered money to bash AMC, and what'd you do? You went around and promoted it and pumped it, and now people are going along with you. That's not good. That just shows me you don't know what you're talking about. But let me dial it back, okay? Why I talk about it this way? Because people are getting paid to promote certain things and talk about things. Wall Street's no different. America's no different. If you guys want to do an article about the newest restaurant in the Valley, no reporter is going to say, I want to report on that restaurant. That's not how it works. People pay for those inches. People pay for that time. Sorry, Tony De Niro. I know you pay for inches. But people pay for that editorial piece. And as they're paying for it, they're paying to get recognized. That's no different than Wall Street. You got guys out here, they'll pay a stock analyst to cover their stock and then in turn say good things about it. Why do you think analysts and or journalists have to announce if they own any position in that company that they're actually promoting and talking about? There's research analysts as well, Muddy Waters, Hindenburg Research, other websites that push out information to battle whatever the consensus says, right? So here's the thing. You guys ever really want to know what's going on with the markets and why you're betting on GameStop? Because if you're a truth seeker and you're a believer in what is real and right in this world, then you're with GameStop. In 2021, guys, when I came into the stock, that was 5 years ago, over 5 years ago, and I was a believer that the media was lying to me. I was a believer that something behind the scope, right? The Wizard of Oz type style, something out there doesn't feel right. It doesn't taste right. Look, listen, and feel. Now, I get told by these other websites and these other con men out here, and I say other con men because that's exactly how I feel about Michael Packer. I'm not talking about myself. Thank you. Some of you guys will take that out of context. These con men on Wall Street, in addition to the stock analysts that are already going, they pump out misinformation on purpose. When they tell you that GameStop's only worth $13.50, there's nothing factual behind that. There's nothing that the measurables don't meet that. Any fundamentals, any I don't know what you're doing, the due diligence you do, Wall Street, stock analysts, but you guys aren't doing it. So in 2021, when I bet my money on GameStop, and I didn't just bet it once. Here we go. Is this Cade? Who's this kid? This is too easy for me. Anybody else? I outed myself. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You guys will run and post that somewhere because you guys aren't understanding the story I'm telling you at all. But it's okay. You kids are losing money, not me, Cade. Okay, I buy shares. I post it. I eat, sleep, and breathe GameStop, and not from money from you. So thank you. I don't know what I'm scamming here. But let's get back into it. Show me. Here's how we'll do it. We'll do it this way because that's who I was talking about. Show me one stock analyst that covers GameStop. Here. I'll sit here and I'll ask you again. Show me one stock analyst and show me anybody on Wall Street that covers GameStop. In 2021, we were told that no rating agency and no more coverage for GameStop. Literally said that. GameStop will not be covered by X amount of banks. There was like 7 banks that backed out and said they're not going to follow it anymore and or give you a rating on it. Why? Because GameStop's not paying for it? Because private equity's not paying for it? You tell me. Who's the next person? Anybody else? He says, who cares about an analyst covering GameStop? Hey, James Hunt, let me explain to you. Let me say it again because you guys are like not listening. Are you listening to yourself? There is not one security in the whole world, not one stock that's not covered by someone. Give me a penny stock. Someone's going to have something to say about it. When it comes to GameStop, nobody gives it a rating. No one. And we're talking about a company that has flexibility, optionality, S&P 400, mid-cap company, has been upgraded from the Russell 2000, Russell 1000 to the S&P 400. And how? How did they get into this position with no one giving them any type of shine or headlight? Or, you know what? This is a great company. GameStop traded at $10 a share, went to $6.7 million of profit for the year. From losing $300 million to making $6 million. It was $10 a share, went all the way to $80 in a matter of 3 weeks. No biggie. Yeah? 2 years later, it's not at $6 million. It's at $600 million. It's 100 times your sales. How many articles? Well, I see negative articles. How many stock analysts cover the stock? How many institutions talk about GameStop? Who's talking about the 100x increase on income? Net income, adjusted net income. Who's talking about the 100x increase? The stock price is the same. Last 2 years, last 3 years. The market keeps going up, but yet this position here stays flat. Why is GameStop staying flat and the market keeps going up? Well, because what's your collateral against it? If you're short GameStop, what's your collateral? What's the long? The market? Anybody else? Says here, are you green on your GameStop shares? Pretty close, James. James, I'm going to do you a favor. You don't need to type, James. You don't need to type one more word. I'm not going to block or ban you either. I'm going to do the next best thing. James. Familiar sound. Do you hear it? It works. All you got to do. Join the show. You and Caden, whoever that was. Cade. You know what? I do know this. I do know this, guys. That when you speak live on a chat, if you ever misspeak, they'll write that down in stone and then they'll post it on the website. And then they'll talk about you for the rest of your life and they'll hunt you down. Why? Let me ask you something about the meltdowners, you melties. Why do you guys watch? You call it entertainment. What's entertaining? I'm entertaining? Huh. I mean, do I got to put the whole show on pay? You got to pay to see it? What do we got? Chicken wing. What's going on? You got your mic on? You're muted right now. You got to turn your mic on. Hit the microphone button on your phone. Don't worry, you're not going to hang up. In Discord, there's like a big button. It looks like a microphone. You're almost there. These guys are so sophisticated, they don't know how to work Discord. They're so smart. Chicken wing. I feel like eating you to the bone, bro. Let's go. You are entertaining me, Marantz. It's funny to watch you host a support group for GameStop bag holders. Oh, there we go, James. Hey, James, click the link, James. Or learn how to use it. What the hell are you doing? This guy doesn't know how to go on mute. Turn on your microphone. Simple. You're probably in a phone right now. Do you need help? Hey, Chicken Wing. His name is Chicken Wing 911. I'm waiting for you, Chicken Wing. Anybody wants some smoke? The message is pinned to the top of the chat. I'm waiting for Chicken Wing. This guy hasn't figured out how to unmute his microphone. All right, well, you're going to sit there, Chicken Wing, in the dark, kind of like you guys all do. I asked ChatGPT about that. Said that it's extremely particular that no one covers it. Yeah. No one covers GameStop. Except for James. Don't make me hungry. Well, that's his name, bro. So we're a support group for GameStop shareholders or bag holders. Is that what you call this? I know a lot of guys who are green or close to it or will be green. I mean, GameStop's at all-time lows right now. We're talking about all-time lows, entry year lows. $22.10, $22.20. That's not. What are we talking about? What are you guys excited about? What do you guys got against us? This is GameStop's chart right here. We're buying it right here at 22.10. Yet our 200 MA is 22.78. So support levels, we're right there. I think we bounce. I think we bounce out of here, guys. They're short the market. They're short us. We know that. Look at this bad boy. That's a nice little pennant happening right now. Look at this. Are you ready? Look at this. This is how you do it right here. Boom. Just move it. Don't worry. It'll tell you more. We got more time. Just chill. Has this guy figured out how to work Discord? How embarrassing. Gross. This dude is funny, talking shit about the same time holding GameStop shares just in case it hits. Get Chicken Wing the F out of here. No, exactly. So here's the thing. These guys will talk crap about us or about GameStop, yet they hold GameStop. They're GameStop investors, guys. They just don't know how to admit that they didn't continually to buy, or they grind it out. They put all their eggs in one basket, whatever they want to say, right? Whatever fear they have. But those same said people will watch the market this week, watch it go down, go to the ground. It's going to keep going down for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it may be. It's going to slow down. Why? Because Trump put a 10-day on Iran? Who cares? It's going to come down. And as it does, they're going to be like, oh, man, my 401k is down. What do I do? I'm down $400,000. Ah. Yep. You could have bought GameStop. This guy does not know how to click on it. It's a dying company. James, do you know how to click on the Discord? It's pinned to the top of the chat. You look like a Kamala supporter. Who wouldn't support her? She's a single mom. She ain't got no kids ever. She's a single lady. Never had kids. Kind of like you guys. James, I don't like talking to nobody, bro. So it's real simple. Either you're going to click on the link, you can come in here and unmute your mic and talk, or you're not. And the same thing with the other guy who doesn't know how to talk. I didn't know dead companies had $9 billion in cash. You're telling me. Hello, guys. My name's Rick, and I can't stop buying GameStop shares. Good job, Rick. Only down 10%. It's not much. Just buy more. They're cheap. What's up, Inkin all day? Ray? Killing it? I called him, too. I was excited with the misinformation that I had, but I got over it. It's hard to say that the meltdown is even a place to even like see what they have to say, because I don't go to the meltdown. I don't read one post that they put out. Not one. So somebody went in there and posted a picture of me. Like, oh, that's Marantz's main account. I don't use Reddit at all. So, oh, he deleted his main account. What happened, bro? I was keeping track of him. Bro, come on. I had like 15,000 karma or whatever. I was ranked so high I could post anywhere. Man, did I care? Nah, you guys. All good, bro. Always hyped on the stock. Yeah, you know that. I'm waiting on this dude to learn how to work Discord. He's in the Discord. Chicken Wing. You hear me, right, bro? Like, what's your point of just sitting there in the Discord and unmute your mic? Turn your mic on. This kid is gross. Anybody else want to come in? Let's test the mic theory out. Let's see if it works. Do you watch Ape Father? Yes, in his sleep. That's what I do. You see, James, you're not funny, man. You know, James, this is how not funny you are. First you tried and you typed up, I got him now, Kamala Harris, supporter. What would that even mean? I don't even understand what that means. Is that a shot at me? Somehow, some way? You look like a Kamala supporter. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Wind Moon, do you know how to unmute your mic? You guys are in the chat right now. Turn on your microphone. I'll talk to you guys. Gladly. Chicken Wing or Wind Moon. I'm waiting on one of you. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Con, what's up, bro?
Just say. Yeah, Mike. What's up?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, so I had to mute the stream too.
Yeah. You have to mute the stream to talk to me on Discord.
Yeah, just want to say hi, mic check.
Oh, okay. So you're a supporter?
Yeah.
Oh, I never know, bro. So look at that. Discord work, no problem. Why this guy's Discord work? What's this guy doing?
Hey, I wish you luck with getting Chicken Wing on there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Chicken Wing will figure it out.
Oh, I just don't want to bother you, man. Good luck with him.
Thank you. There you go. So the microphones do work, Chicken Wing. Damn, bro. All right, back to the chat, back to the channel. I was telling you guys a story, then I got interrupted. So these other con men that exist out there in the world, these shysters, what do they call them? What were they saying? This guy's nothing but a con. I'm a con man. There we go. These other dudes out here, these other con men, these other investors. Huh. So, like in 2021, I started putting money on GameStop. That's when I realized that GameStop was my bet on the market going down. I was betting on the market crashing because that's what it would take. It would take for the market to crash for them to lose the collateral that they hold against GameStop, right? In theory. It's a theory of mine. It's been an ongoing theory. It's actually going pretty well right now. The one thing that happens, market comes crashing, right? Like it loses. Like the market was at 6,900, it's 6,300 now. So it lost 6. It's in correction territory. It lost 10%. And for it to lose almost 10% and GameStop just to stay flat like it is right now, well, get ready. Get really ready because it looks like the market can drop another 10. And then you might see some Fed movement. Then you might see some geopolitical fighting and bickering, and maybe we'll start another war. Who knows? But I know what I'm looking for. And when I see it, I'll let you know. Oh, he couldn't take it. Chicken Wing couldn't take it. Sorry, Chicken Wing. Anybody else? He wants to talk to me in private? Now that I do believe. Did I tell James? Hey, James Hunt, you're going to have to come to the Discord to talk to me because you're gone, buddy. Your life's going to be lonely. These guys, they're so lonely. Can you believe this? They actually watch the show. Numerous people watch the show for hate clips. And then they watch it like alone. Like some of you guys aren't watching it alone. You guys are watching it with me. I'm doing the show. I'm doing it with you, right? GameStop investors. You guys love it. We know what's coming. It's going to be a great week for us. Great month coming up, too. I just want to put that out there. Shh. Easter. But great month coming. But we watch it together. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Ricky B. Loco, he is saying happy birthday to Amber. 21 months, Ricky. Keep killing it. So, what's going on? How's everyone feeling? We're feeling great, Andrew. So here's my thing. They're watching the show alone in their room with the lights out, pants down. Who knows? But they're watching Marantz Rantz. So I just want to thank you guys for watching me. They don't have it on mute. They're hearing the words. The only person who has me on mute is Tonko Native. That dude. Hey Tonko, what happened, bro? Why are you driving around in a beanie? See, that's something I don't understand. Driving around in a car with like warm weather gear, like the heater doesn't work. Why do you have a beanie on while you drive? I know you got an ugly bald head, but damn, bro. Oh. Anyway. What up, peeps? I don't know, Tone Rod. I don't know. I do know this. I have 2,500 and something shares, 51. I do know I'm ready for the markets to get corrected for these next couple days. We will see, like I said, we're going to see that top off at the top, retest like a dead cat bounce type style where it goes retest the 200-day moving average and then bounce on down off of that because the computers will turn on. The computers will continue to just sell off and they have no choice. Then they start trying to play the bottom game where they're buying, where they're playing the short game. They're not long anymore, they're short. And they want the stock to come down. They want the actual market to come down. So do I. I just want a different way. So like over these last 3 years, just like I was saying earlier, the market, I had bet that it was going to crash and come down because GameStop is staying up. But they found a way to just keep GameStop where it's at, and we'll go from there. But that's my bet. My bet is that when the market crashes, GameStop goes up. I've always said that. And I'm going to stick with that because now that I've seen the market do every backflip in the world, market's only gone up, guys. And there's only been one security that stays flat no matter what. No matter what good news you come out with, nothing comes. Nothing's coming. But we'll see. We'll see what it is moving forward. Okay. Cranky says, so they're going to bring the bottom to us before we go for the ride, right? Okay, so check this out, Cranky. Do you guys know what like $9 billion is? Like some people think they know. Some people come out and say things like, Well, they raised money. They used a bond offering, and they raised all this. Like, it's $9 billion. It's like, yeah, it's $9 billion. Okay, cool. GameStop, the company, the little company called GameStop, if you were to take away all the cash and just look at the company, they operate at $289 million a year. Essentially a $300 million operation company with assets of around $1 billion, liabilities of same said billion. So they are operating at about a 4x click of what their company's actually worth, $1 billion. Oh, Marantz said GameStop's actually only worth $1 billion. Write that down. Yeah, $1 billion in assets. But they do make money, so if they made $300 million after 10 years, they would have $3 billion, right? I'm just giving you some like unrealistic math because it doesn't work that way. But what you're getting is a multiple of some kind. So if they were $1 billion company, and that's exactly what they are, liability-wise, it doesn't cost, my point is, it doesn't cost a lot of money to run GameStop. The $9 billion they have, the $4 billion they raised has nothing to do with GameStop. They could have 4 other GameStop companies with the $4 billion they raised. That's how much money the $9 billion really is. You could have a brand like GameStop where they generate $300 million a year operationally, and it only costs you what, $1 billion? So the return on that equity is massive on the 9. They could have 9 other companies like GameStop. That's what I'm trying to get you like in your heads, guys. So many people are dismissive to the cash and what they can do with it and the options that they have in front of them. But it's more than that. It's $9 billion is such a huge number when you're trying to like paint it all together. And go, well, here's what I'm trying to buy. Here's what I'm trying to do. Well, yeah, go look at something like eBay. eBay makes no money. It's a net 0-0 company. Target's been losing money. Target went from $98 billion market cap down to 50, 48. They're in the 40s right now. There's a lot of these companies that are going down a path that's just making them very affordable. But $9 billion is more money than people ever give it credit to be. I only tell you this because let's talk about the most successful companies in the world. I'll even use Costco. Costco's a great example. 40 plus years in the business. Their stock price just keeps going up year after year, always going up. The revenues are not apples to apples. You can't tell me revenue is increasing, but that's only because the prices of things increase and or the membership fee increased. But the units are flat or they're even less than. Did you deduct gold and silver out of that same said margin? There's so many things that factor in before I give you and anoint you and say, hey, that was a great job. Because I know the increases that they have to pay. They have to pay increases every year because they give raises to their employees every year. There's so many things they do before you give them a pencil and say, this is what you're worth and this is what you produce and this is what you have. Well, then go look at their cash on hand and go see how they pay out special dividends and dividends, because it's to the point where if you had $10 billion cash, it's too much. Ask Walmart. They walk around with around $10 billion. Costco walks around with around $10 to $15 billion. Nobody carries excess cash. They don't need to. They have this infrastructure. They have this built system for them. Well, cool. Let's make ourselves a little hyperactive team here. Let's see who can deploy this money without anyone giving them hell, restrictions involved. That's the part that I was saying in my video earlier. If you guys saw my videos, we were talking about how you could tell me your company's worth $1 billion. When it's time to sell that company, you're not going to get $1 billion. You're not, because you're probably going to sell it at times that you're stressed, times that you can't afford it, times where you need to sell it. That's the difference. Wind Moon, unmute yourself. You're on the show. I have no problem with it. You got to unmute yourself. Oh, hey, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Why are you still pushing GME?
Okay, well, that's not how we start conversations. We started with, "Good evening, how you doing?"
Good evening. How are you?
"I'm doing well. What's your name?"
You don't remember me?
I don't remember a lot of people. I talked to thousands of people, man. I don't know if you know that.
6 months ago, we
6 months.
talked about GME and how we were headed into the bear market.
Okay. How'd that
And
work out for
I
you?
remember telling you you were a scammer and why
Oh,
you were pushing GME.
so do you think I'm a scammer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you think I'm scamming?
You're telling people to buy a shit stock?
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
telling
being
people to
paid?
buy it?
Are you being paid?
Am I being paid?
Yeah, who's paying you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Act like you don't know.
No, I don't know because here's my thing. I am telling people what I'm doing. I don't care if you do it or not. It doesn't change my day. I
Okay.
buy shares every day. I post my buy order in the Discord every day. Whether you do it or not, that has nothing to do with me.
So why do you think it's going to go up if it's been at 22 for like a year?
Why are you talking about the stock price? I don't care about it that way.
The fundamentals don't matter.
Fundamentals do matter. Fundamentals always matter. They matter more than the stock price. You think the charade can keep up forever? You think you can lie to the public forever?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when GameStop's making $1 billion a year, what do you think then?
I still don't think that matters. That doesn't matter.
What does matter?
The blue chips,
The
S&P,
the blue
gold,
chips?
silver.
Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's start where we started. Okay, blue chip stocks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how overvalued do you think they are?
Uh, they're pretty overvalued
Okay, so why would I buy them?
because you predict in the future they'll be higher than they are now.
You think they're gonna go higher? Which one?
Yes.
Give me one. Just give me one. I'm just curious. I've got them out in front of me.
Meta.
Meta?
Yeah.
Okay, Meta. So Meta, are you mad at Meta right now? I mean, why'd you pick Meta?
Uh,
Did his mom? His mom came and got him? Oh man, he got kicked out. That sucks. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay, this is why. This is why I don't just listen to names. So here's Meta. They were at 794 just a couple months ago. They're now down at 525. Okay, below their moving averages. Absolutely, they're in a death cross. And so from 795 down to 525, they're down $260 a share, $270 a share. Should I buy them? Is this the time? Because they're going to go up, right? I'm just curious. I must have missed something here. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Check that out. Ooh, double top. Oh, fall down. Fell through. No support. Not looking good. Yeah, I'll pass on this one. I'll pass on Meta. But remember, we say this right now. So Meta has a market cap of $1.33 trillion. And that's going to be, as of today, March 29th, 2026. So in about 6 years from now, 5 years from now, I'll be fair, 5 years from now, GameStop's going to be at what versus this 133? GameStop's at 9. 9 billion. These guys are at 133, 1.3 trillion. So if GameStop gets to $40 a share, they're a 100% increase. $40 a share. If these guys get to 2.6 trillion, then they're matching GameStop's movement. Yeah, I think I'll take GameStop, the fundamentally undervalued company. By the way, these guys are trading at 6x book even now. Even now, 6x book. Don't worry. I guarantee you a lot of this bullshit's going to fall out of the damn sky. It has no choice. They're AI dollars. They're going down with the ship. Going down with the sickness. Oh, that guy, he gave up, huh? I'm a scammer, bro. Double top and died? Yep. Marantz, you're literally arguing against a dude using AI. He's talking too long to answer you. He's taking too long to answer you? Probably. What's funny is that all these blue chips he's talking about have lost a quarter of their value while GameStop stayed flat. That's because it's worth it. It's not going down. Correct. I let them make their own bed, guys. That guy won't come back in here. Bro sounding like this fool working for somebody and recording you. Bro, this shit is wild. That's every day for me. You remember this guy? I don't remember him. I choose not to remember him. The guy I want to talk to is the dude who said, I want to talk to you. I need the military. I need some peace. Morning Team 51. This is a member for 47 months. Hobbler 69. 6 a.m. grind time in the UK. Crazy ass name, bro. Thanks for your patience with that dude. Why wouldn't I be patient? These guys, they don't understand what this monster is. This monster called GameStop. Look at this monster, guys. Dude, do you guys even know what this is? What you're looking at here? This is a rumble in the jungle. Like that bad. This thing is massive. That is a massive bullish pennant playing out in real time. I don't know where they think we're going to fall to. If we ever fell somewhere way down here, I don't even know where. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it because you're insulated. You know why? Because there's those bond arbitrage guys. The stock goes so low, they have no choice but to go buy it. They got to protect their bond. So it gets down to $20. Here they come in, fill it back up just to play it back down. Oh my God, you're letting them do it to you. Who cares? Do whatever you want to do, people. Me? I know what we're doing. Anyway, back to the $9 billion story. None of these companies that I follow, they have $9 billion. They can't. It's Ricky James? Oh, I know Rick James. Yeah, what's up, Ricky? How you doing, man? I don't know why your name changed, bro. If that's what you want to call yourself on the other websites, I'm down with it. But you're my boy, bro. I just joined the live. That guy sounded a lot like the one who wanted the military. Yeah, I don't think it was him because that guy's blocked and banned. My boy's a super freak. Now, hey, the best song by Rick James, just so that we're clear, is Fire and Desire. Morning, dude. Yeah, what's going on? Nothing much, Ricky. We're just doing us. NOLA. Don't rise from NOLA. From New Orleans, bro? I don't know. Anyway, I was looking up companies that have cash. And the thing about having cash and covenants is that you're not allowed to deploy your cash, even if you wanted to. Can't deploy it. It's like going to the bank and asking for a loan during a financial crisis. Their bank's going to be like, we halted all loaning. We're not doing anything. We actually closed down that division. Remember 2022 when Wells Fargo closed down all personal loans? I remember it. The minute the market starts coming down. So a lot of people don't understand that you have all this money sitting out there and they think they can deploy it. Well, go look at private credit. What's happening now? How is it that private equity has no money? They don't have any money for redemptions. They don't have any money to pay back their original investors. If somebody wants their money and they want to get out, you're not letting them out. Play that game. But it's funny. It's funny to me. The only company out here that has cash that can deploy it and make it move, not just make commitments and not pay them, not just do mark-to-market accounting. We're talking about old school pluses and minuses. The only people, GameStop. So I'm down with it. I'm down with it forever, man. Rantz, what do you think of a Uber and GameStop partnership? I don't think about it. Ooh. I don't think about any of that stuff, guys. You guys got to miss me with a lot of the bullshit. I only say it because it's like some of you guys don't listen to the videos. Like what's the real reason for mergers and acquisitions? Like I did a whole show on this last week about value destruction, the brand destruction that you'll do. Like I think there's bigger. What I said was, just to like clip it to you in your head, is M&A is the action, but it's not the destination. And a lot of people, they are so fixated on what you acquire and how you do that, and they're not thinking about the execution after the fact. There's life after M&A. And that thing you do after you acquire something, it means more to the company than what you're doing previously. Like, that's why Warner Brothers and Discovery can't talk to me. That's why when I look at it, I say, what the hell are you trying to do? I've seen people make these mistakes. Yeah, I mean, Uber went years without making a profit, and it's one of those things that, like, when you see a business and you always ask yourself, like, I was consulting for a company recently. I was consulting, and the guy comes up and he says, hey, man, I have this company, I have this, and I'm doing marketing consulting. And it's pretty awesome for me because I didn't know I had this skill set. I guess I knew, but I didn't know the impact that it would be to the bottom line. And the guy goes, hey, man, I just need to get this, I got to do this big push because, I want to be profitable, but I need more income. I need more, I need more deals to come in and then I could be profitable. I said, that is not true. Like, that is not how it works. He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, you want to be profitable, just go be profitable. He didn't understand. I said, you're not understanding because you're still in the mindset of either you're in a growth stage or you're in this, I'm going to generate profit stage. You can't do both. What? You want to grow your company? It's going to cost you money. You're going to advertise, you're going to deploy, you're going to hire, you're going to expand, you're going to have to build infrastructure. There's so much you got to do. And you're going to do that with the profits. So you don't get to take them home in your pocket. You might even be the lowest paid employee for the year. But you as a business operator, as an owner, you've got to find a way to use those dollars towards your company and have a plan. So GameStop has all this cash. And they get to deploy it, and they get to get a refund on it, a return on it, but with minimal expectations. This is the part that helps out your company and helps out your culture for your company. There's not a stress factor. You're not beholden to someone or something, a bank or an institution or investors. You're not. These guys out here talking that shit, I vote against Ryan. That's not what GameStop's worried about. GameStop doesn't have the pressure of what people are going to do with their investment. All they have, what they have? They actually have time. They have a whole bunch of time because people are just going to do it no matter what. People are going to buy GameStop shares and hold them no matter what. If you're not with me, if you're not agreeing with me, you know where the door is. Some of you guys are being here being like, man, I need this to pop this year. I need this money. I got this. No, you don't. You don't need the money. You need to change your mindset. Like, I'll have that conversation with anybody right now. What is it that you're missing? What is it that you need? What is it that you don't have? Because if you got money, great. If you got food in your belly, awesome. Do you need all the cars, the houses, the complete set? Nope. You don't need it. All those apps in your phone, do you need them? Nope. All the skins you buy when playing video games, all the bullshit you do on the outside, going out, drinking, smoking, eating, any of that, do you need all of it? Do you do it still? You still do it. Okay, cool. Do you got to go to the gym, have a gym membership? Nope. There's a lot of things you don't have to do, but you still do them. And hold GameStop shares. So don't tell me what you need. Just telling you guys. It's because they think M&A increases revenue / growth. There was 2021 when we had no stock analysts cover us anymore. And right before that happened, they downgraded us from a growth stock to a value stock. And that downgrade took us in a whole different group. Now we're in this other group where we're value stock. And then when you compare GameStop for value, it has zero value. And why does it have zero value? Because they're cutting. So what's going to happen, this will happen, GameStop at some point is going to transition, pivot, turn about face, and go right back up that hill where they will be a growth company. But it's going to be via acquiring things, leverage, and how do you give it value? Some people won't know how to give it value. I will. I need GameStop to deliver to open you in Europe. And I need GameStop app, though. Oh, cool, John. Yeah, some of you guys support the stock and the company from abroad and never shop there, never have, never will. But you guys understand the investment. And hopefully, we at this channel, Marantz Rantz, maybe hopefully we have helped that and shown that. This guy said, why are you still pumping GameStop? I'm going to ask anyone, what should I talk about then? What should we be concerning ourselves with? Is it SGA shooting the ball? Is that his name? Shooting the ball where he kicks his feet out and he gets a foul every damn time? Is that what I'd be worried about? How about two manufactured military outcomes and conflicts? Macro environments and events that affect the stock market? I sent my parents into GameStop when they visited, and I'm a pro member. Oh, good job. I ask you guys all these questions because it's been 5 years. This show is about to have a 5-year anniversary in May. That's going to be cool. It's something I never thought I'd get to. I never thought I'd be here for 5 years, but, you know, someone's paying me. But that was funny. I'm just gonna keep it on. All right, guys. I went live tonight just to 1, complete the weekend. 2, to tell you guys that the market wasn't looking healthy. I think it's gonna sell off, continue to sell off, and certainly by Friday you'll get a true look at it. But if they're just gonna push this out sideways for like 10 days, as Trump put out there, that's just preparing themselves for what's coming. And I think it's truly coming. I think this market's coming down, and I think GameStop's gonna pump. And it's going to whoop that ass. That's what I think it's going to happen. Because we do have $9 billion. And we could start 9 other companies just like ours. And it would go well. Pick a category. Focus on one thing. You know, what's your primary objective of your GameStop? They said collectibles is the focus. Cool. Let's do that. Let's focus on that. Let's get good at it. I'd rather anyone be a master at one thing than a failure at everything. And when I come to GameStop, they're a master at e-commerce, collectibles, transition pivot, value, and giving the best customer experience possible. So those are all great things, but what are they the best at? Well, 1, staying quiet. 2, you know what it is. Dragon Ball Z cards are going up. Dragon Ball Z fans are happy over One Piece. Yeah, GameStop selling the One Piece cards. I saw that. I was pretty excited about that. All right, guys. I don't need to keep you up all night. We got things to do, places to see. It's already late. Appreciate you guys. Go watch the markets. Be great tomorrow. Be great the rest of the week. You know me. 1 share a day keeps the hoes away. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Stay away from me, Tony. Stay away from me, Donko. Stay away from me, everybody. I deleted my Reddit so I don't have to see you guys anymore. Deleted the app on my phone. Get you guys out of here. Ugh, you're gross. As my wife says, focus on the good stuff. Don't be distracted by these dudes because they're nobodies. You're never going to see them or talk to them again. She's talking about you, Meltdowns. Don't worry. Hey, shout out to Misty. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace. Oh, I forgot to play it for you. I'll do it one time.
welcome to Marantz Rantz. No advice on finance, spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.